What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Spandau Ballet. Once again, major thank you to Han Solo, who shared the earliest Spandau stuff, to Phil, who stepped in with the rest of the catalog, and to Shafiq, who mentioned that he's shared some Spandau as well. I may need the link to that again. Nevertheless, we're jumping ahead to Once More in 2009, which I believe is their last actual album, and obviously it's 20 years after Heart Like a Sky. So yes, I have some sense of the difficult history of the band, the way they splintered apart and did not come back together for a while. I did a mini documentary watch along that was about Barricades, and it was from the 2010s, I think early 2010s, but they made reference to some of that without exactly spelling out all the details of that history. But either way, it is cool that after a while of not being together, indeed multiple decades, they at least were able to make another album. The opening tune on Once More is the title track, Once More. So this feels self-referential, the idea of once more, let's come together and make some music. And of course, there might be a more immediate meaning in the song, which is to say it could be part of a narrative or some scene painting that is, at least on the surface, not necessarily about them. But again, it's hard to look at the title and not think that this is in some sense autobiographical for the band. So let's see what I can pick up on a first hearing. This is Spandau Ballet. The tune is Once More from the album of the same name, 2009.
I just want a chance to turn this love around. Keep on searching for the sound. I don't want to do you wrong. I just want to take us back where we belong. We were hot and we were all so strong. Ooh, I know we'll make it if we try. Reach for the stars and we can touch the sky.
That's cool. So definitely you can tell it's not like 80s Spandau. It certainly has a more modern sound. It's interesting, like the first minute or two of the song, I was thinking like melodically I like it, and it actually reminded me of like a Take That song, which to be clear, I've become a big fan of Take That, so that is like in no way a critique, but it sounded more like a Take That song sonically than a Spandau Ballet song. Now eventually we get some saxophone, and I felt like that was an ingredient that I really hope to hear, because as people who've been following my Spandau deep dive will know, it seemed to be one of their calling cards in the 80s. Like, yeah, a lot of bands, at least on some songs in the 80s, would use a saxophone, but perhaps none more so, or at least among bands that I follow, none as consistently as did Spandau. So to me, that was like part of their recipe. It was part of their hallmark sound. And so hearing one here was a relief. It's like, okay, they didn't like go so different or modernize so much that they forgot that ingredient. So I was happy to hear that. Now, lyrically, I start listening and it's like, okay, there was a line about, what was it, like reach, like put your hands up and reach for the sky, and what was the one before that? There was one before that. There were like a few lines that felt kind of like platitudes or like sayings you often hear, and there's nothing wrong with those. And also like later in the track, it was like rise up together and take on the world and so on. But they're like kind of phrases that like they feel more general. They felt less like this is a specific scene being painted, and this is a narrative with like characters and so on. More like general philosophical advice. But I do think, number one, we got a bit more thematic texture as it went along, and secondarily, seeing it through the prism of Spandau, which again, I think you could read some of the lines as like a relationship, like a one-to-one relationship. It's the kind of song that I think plays well to that interpretation. But thinking about it in the context of Spandau, I think it actually, it was fitting, even if like at first my thought was like, okay, these are kind of generic lyrics, is I guess the point I'm trying to make. But the more it went on, it was like, what, in the context of them coming back together and like, can we do something here? Oh, the first line was like, we can make it if we try, which again, it's a phrase you hear. It's, a phrase that people say in relation to, having the stamina or the commitment, or the idea of holding out hope that you can actually do something. So, yeah, sort of like general ideas, and yet I think fitting in the context of reading this song sort of autobiographically in terms of the band's history. So, again, a melodically tasty and sonically intriguing, because again, a bit different than their older sound, but still recognizably Spandau, opener. And I am looking forward to the rest of the track. So once again, big thank you to Phil, as well as the hand solo, and I think Shafiq, again, if you could, let me know what it is, because I think this is a suggestion that maybe there's some non-album tunes that I haven't gone through, so I think this is their last album, but if there is stuff outside of that, do let me know, and I could, it would be helpful for an additional link. In any case, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.